What's going on, everyone? It's DC3 Johnson here with a brand new game here, NBA 2K20. We finally did it. There was a couple reasons why we didn't get the game on launch day, which is actually something that I'm actually working on at the moment. Backstage, I guess you can say. So more details when we're ready to go on that. But the point is, my first 2K that I played back in the day, and so was 2K10 actually with Kobe RIP. I wanted to show you guys really briefly, so this video is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to have like the intros. Unfortunately, something that I found out recently was that audio is with 2K gives you issues in terms of recording it. And apparently it's due to copyright. That it's part of the reason as to why. So currently trying to find a way to go around that. I actually was not aware of it because I've never really was like, oh, because all the games that I've recorded, they all have audio. Literally, if you check out my MLB playlist, which I urge you guys, if you guys are interested, check it out. UFC as well, like they all have audio, and for some reason this game literally only offers you the sound of the whistle when either the ball goes out of bounds or there's a foul or when the time runs out, or that's it. But definitely a huge fan of the entrances here. One of the things that I was actually so now to explain why I chose the Warriors, because I actually didn't know that injuries wouldn't play a factor in the start of my career. So I picked the Warriors because obviously right now the Warriors are literally one of the worst teams in the NBA because of the injuries. Because Klay Thompson's out, Steph Curry I believe is just barely come back, but I think right now he got sick with the flu. So it's a terrible team. So I was like, okay, well, perfect. This is a perfect opportunity for me to have a good rookie year, and then by the time Klay and Steph come back, I'll be I'll be a good overall, like a good 80 overall. We can make a run for the title. But it turns out none of those injuries came to pass. So literally, I'm playing with Steph Curry and Klay right from the get-go. The trades that happened during the deadline ended up, translating here. So you'll see. I believe we just saw Marcus Morris in the Clippers, even though he spent like a part of the season with the Knicks, and then obviously Andrew Wiggins when it used to be D'Angelo. So it kind of worked out because had I done this before the trade, then I would have had to been stuck playing behind not only Steph Curry but D'Angelo Russell. So it would have created 3 point guards, and then it would have moved Klay to power forward, or it would have taken away his minutes. So it would have screwed up the entire dynamic of the Golden State Warriors, just to kind of make because just to try to kind of make me fit in the role. So we dodged a bullet in doing that, so it kind of just worked itself out. But this is the first time I've played this version. I did not play the prelude. So this was the first game that doesn't require you to play the beginning, the cutscenes. I definitely wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, while we're still, in the hype of the NBA season, especially with teams like the Clippers and the Lakers and the Bucks. We're getting close to that time where it's playoff time. So I believe this. So I really, to crank out the videos, I wanted to kind of just start off right at the regular season, just so that way we could get it, we could get it in instead of worrying about the extra cutscenes. If you guys are interested in that, I can definitely do another one. I mean, at the end of the day, the next 2K won't come out until September or October, so we'll have plenty of time to do a second career mode. So this was the team I picked. Obviously, if you guys want to see something else, we can definitely discuss that. Definitely leave a comment, and we'll work it out as soon as we go. So what I like is the graphics here for the simulation. This is a first. I know 2K11, if you guys remember, 2K11 had something similar, but it didn't have the faces or the points of the people. And so I come in right at the first quarter. So another thing that I will adjust. Oh, I just realized I have San Francisco on this. and so I paused it really quick. So I did make that mistake. Is that I didn't adjust the quarter, the length of the quarters. So it's basically 5 minute quarters just for this game. Normally I play 9 minute quarters. Um, I believe you can adjust it here, but before when I played before it used to be association, now it's like my GM or my league. I normally adjust like the setting that says normalize play minutes to stats. So basically, because I play 9 minute quarters, the minutes get adjusted to 12 minute quarters, just so that way it doesn't screw up their stats in terms of that. So, but I don't think you're able to do that here in my career. So, but we'll just end up doing that because that way we can get, well, first of all, we can get those videos out a lot quicker because, instead of playing 48 minutes, we're playing 36, so that's one less quarter per game, which will end up making a difference in the long run. Because right now, I really want to catch up. These first games are going to be horrible because I'm like a 63 overall. And this is one of the things I'm not a fan of, is literally, to kind of get a head start, I had to buy some VC. I think I bought the $2-3 pack that's like 5,000 credits or something like that, which I don't want to use all of it because I also don't want to be getting in the habit of like, oh, purchasing because that's basically what 2K wants you to do. They want you to pay for all this so that way you could just get this easy. And I'm more of the guy that likes to earn it, but I did do the little boost, so I think I used about 1,000 of the VC credit, just so that way instead of being a 60 overall, I can be like a 62 or 63. Especially because one of the things I noticed is literally I have no speed at all. So like it's like I'm playing. It's like a grandpa's playing with all these NBA players in terms of speed. Like I feel absolutely horrible. I think when I do these little boost runs, I feel like it takes all of my energy away. That didn't lead to anything. And then the other thing I don't know. My haircut, it's so funny because my haircut and my beard, it literally looks very somewhat similar to Thompson's and Steph Curry. So might need to get that adjusted because I don't want to get confused on the floor. So maybe, but probably not. I probably won't end up doing it, but it's kind of ironic. Like I said, I did not expect to play with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry on my first year. I was like, maybe they'll come back like midway through, like after the All-Star break, but by that point I'll be good. I'll be straight, This was, to me, was like, oh, I'm picking one of the worst teams in the NBA, and I'm gonna start my career off here, but instead, we end up doing this. Golden. So that's weird. So on one side it says San Francisco, and then on the other side it says Golden State. So, that's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's just curious. I mean, I can understand why they renamed themselves, branding reasons and all that wonderful stuff. Which, speaking of which, guys, if you guys followed the Warriors before, like if you guys were fans before the move, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the move from Oakland to San Francisco. Because in my personal opinion, I can understand why they felt the need to do it. Because obviously, like one of the things I heard on ESPN and like SportsCenter and The Take and all these shows that talk about this stuff is it produces a lot of revenue because they own the arena. Like they're the sole operators of it. So whatever concerts or whatever special events go on. Oh, yes. I'm gonna pass it because I feel like, but it didn't work out. Because I felt like Beverly was right behind me, so I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get blocked, so I'd rather just pass, get the assist. But we'll get the other opportunity here. Ooh, yes. There we go. Got it back. But sorry guys, got a little sidetracked there. But so they own the arena, so all these special events, they end up getting like money on it, and it worked. It produces a lot more money in terms of like outside of the NBA. So instead of making maybe this is a random number, so don't quote me on this number, but like let's say if you're making 300 million in terms of like everything, like TV deals, sponsors, or jersey sales, the whole 9 yards basically. So you would be making a bunch more in like special concerts, like like people that rent out the venue for whatever, or NCAA events, all that stuff. So all that bringing you extra money, which can help you pay for stuff like luxury tax and all that. So now, one of the things that's talked about is that the Warriors will be pretty much like as powerful as like one of the bigger clubs like the Knicks or the Lakers that have a lot of money to kind of throw around and not have to worry about, oh, am I gonna make a profit this year if I go into the luxury tax, especially because the NBA itself, as we go to halftime with a slight lead, the NBA itself has like one of the most horrible luxury taxes compared to other like teams. Obviously the NFL doesn't have one because they have a full hard cap. But like baseball, I love how baseball, like the owners complain that they, oh, blah blah blah, we have to get under the luxury tax because we can't afford to pay this stuff. And it's like, well, the NBA owners are paying just to go over the line. I believe for the first $5 million, they're paying $1.50 for every dollar they go over. So that's like basically they're paying 150% of like whatever they're overspending, and that's just the first 5 million. I believe once it's over 15 or 20 million, they're paying $3 for every $1 that they're over. And in baseball, they're paying I think like 20%. So like if they go over 10 million over the luxury tax, then they're only paying $2 million in luxury tax. So I love how they complain about, oh, we have to save this money, blah blah. And it's like, well, bro, compared to NBA owners, you're not spending anything. Like trust me, they're spending a lot. I think the Nets back when they were in Brooklyn. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that came out wrong. Back when they were owned by the Russian owner, when they brought Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Joe Johnson, I believe their payroll was 200 million. Because they were like, I believe they were in the hard cap of like 95 million, which this was before the new TV deal. So they were spending about 100 million in luxury tax just because they were over, I think, 30 million. So the Russian owner literally had to pay the NBA 100 million for $30 million that they were over in the luxury tax. So that to me I was like, wow. That's horrible. But now obviously that number doesn't seem that bad anymore, especially with the new TV deals. See, come on. Oh. I don't recognize him. I wonder if he's like a 2K player, 2K created player. Kind of like how in 2K17 it was Michael B. Jordan's Justin Young. That was like a fake character, and then the other guy Denver, I believe. So there was a couple guys that were like 2K created for my career exclusively. Oh, but I'm definitely a fan of this. Look at this, the schedule. You can see like the stars and all that. It's a little better. Nice little upgrade here. And the cool thing is, a lot of the teams now have sponsors. I remember the first year, I think 2K18 was the first one that had like the sponsor. Some of the teams didn't have like the logo on the right side. And 2K19, I think there was like 2 or 3 teams that were still missing a sponsor. So it should be interesting. I wonder if they're gonna continue this trend of like adding more little sponsorship kits on their jerseys, because obviously soccer does it. So I like it. It's a really cool change. And as we go 1 of 2 there. We still have a good lead over the Clippers. Back in the day, when I was growing up and playing NBA Live, before obviously 2K became a thing, I remember it was a bad thing to be losing to the Clippers because it was back in the day where Donald Sterling was still the owner, and they had some good guys at one point, but they weren't getting paid a lot of money, as you can imagine, because Donald Sterling is known for being cheap. But there was like a little era where the Clippers were slightly good, like when it was Elton Brand, Corey Maggette, Katino Mobley, and Sam Cassell. Like literally, like they weren't great, but there was this one year, I believe it was 2006 or 7, where they actually made it all the way to the Western Conference semis against the Suns. Like they came really close to. I think they went to 7 games, and they almost made it to the conference finals. Like that's how. Like and obviously it doesn't sound like a good accomplishment. Like oh you got eliminated in this in the semifinal in this conference semifinals, like, or the second round as some most people call it. That's nothing. But no, for the Clippers at that time, that was a huge deal because they beat the Nuggets in the first round, which was their first playoff win since I think since they had moved to Los Angeles, because before they used to be in Buffalo and then they used to be in San Diego for a bit. So it was a huge deal for them. And Laker fans at the time when I was growing up were like, "Oh man, we can never lose to the Clippers. Like if the Clippers make the NBA Finals before we do, because this was back when the Lakers it was like just Kobe, and like they were still building the roster. There was no Paul Gasol yet. It was like Kwame Brown was like literally the best center they had. Bynum was still developing, so they're like we can't allow the Clippers to get to the finals before we do." And it's funny because now the Clippers are actually a really good team. Like they can actually, I think one of the things I would look forward to is watching Lakers versus the Clippers in the conference finals this year. So hopefully it happens because they definitely did put together a good, really good team, and they pretty much went all in on this. As the Clippers have literally caught up to us now, we're only down by. So the reason why I did that is because before in previous games, I would always get an easy block like 2K17, 18, all those, because the AI has a tendency of literally wanting to shoot to beat the buzzer, and so by literally trying to like get there before, like jump before they do, you get an easy block. Like it's not gonna go in, but just because you play good D, you get a little extra merit to it. And if you get a block, that's VC, free VC right there, just for doing that. As we get the assist of the game, I'm really surprised with 5-minute quarters that that they're literally scoring 60 plus, and literally they're gonna end the game with like 80 possibly. So not bad. I thought I completely destroyed their stats. And looks like they're not going to put me in. Okay. Oh wow, that's cool. For a second I was like, what's going to happen? But like they have you now watch the last play to kind of get on the floor once it's over. So we pick up a win over the Clippers to start off my career. A hard win, 93-89. That's pretty solid. Definitely Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. They have a lot of good guys there, so a lot of respect to them. How did we do, though? Okay, a couple 50. I don't know what that translates to. So stats, they gave me 7 VC, teammate grade. Sorry, 125. Oh, there we go. That's even better. A B minus. Okay, a B minus. That's not bad. I'll take what I can get. Hey, a little shout out from Steph Curry. That to me is really important because I want to keep my job, And at the end of the day, he's the face of the franchise, so definitely don't want to piss him off, or Clay, because Clay would probably be like, "Hey, Steph, this DC Johnson guy, yeah, you need to tell the GM that we want him out. We want him to get traded because we don't like him." So definitely gotta play it smooth here. Definitely don't want these guys to get pissed off at me at all, ever. At least until they retire, and then I'll take over the team and be like, all right, we're good. Okay. There's no audio on this either, which is annoying, but whatever. So, guys, Well, he's saying the little cutscene that they're apparently they fired my other agent and they're trying to step in. They're trying to pull a Jerry Maguire on this, like, blah blah blah. You know, he had to take a leave of absence, but it's all good because I'm gonna take care of you, whatever. My job's to get you paid. uh, bro, I'm already getting paid. I signed a rookie contract. You better show me the money. You know, like don't be playing these games here. About I'm gonna get you paid. I already got paid. You gotta give me a little extra stuff, the bonuses. Don't call it getting me paid because you ain't doing me favors, bro. I'm actually doing you the favor by making you my agent and getting you the 10% commission. Literally, so chill. So stop trying to make yourself feel more important than you are. That's funny. Nah. He's probably a good guy. He's probably a good guy. But he probably would sell me out if he can make a profit. I'm untrustworthy of people that do this. Like, oh, we'll fire one agent, we'll put a new one, just replace them like they're like a number or something. But guys, we'll leave it here. Next game is against OKC. Second game of the season. You know, part 2. Thank you guys for watching.